All right, so apa khabar? How are you guys? This is like impromptu sharing sessions. So me with the Jen and Shima from both them from London, and we bump into this Tony Robbins course, and we might share a little bit of experience because happen to be Shima also a forex trader since when?
2 years. It's been 2 years.
2 years, and Jen, I don't know since when, but Jen sort of like has experience. So you started when?
Yeah, I've been trading for like 2.5 years, but not actively right now. Right now I do e-commerce, so I'm mostly focused on that.
All right, all right, all right. So thank you. So if you have any questions, just throw out the questions, so we will answer you. All right. So welcome Daniel. So welcome Gori. Welcome Rose D. And welcome guys. Thank you so much for having me here. So suddenly I just impromptu. I'm from Tenerife, Spain, and going to share with you a little bit what the thing that I found it interesting with Sima that. She merely just started 2 years ago. You just merely started 2 years ago, and what the interesting topic that I want to cover that she's more on careful in trading. So don't have a good risk tolerance. So I've been talking about the risk tolerance before. Hi Gori, how are you? All right, before and maybe Shima can share your how you get started and how you find forex tradings. Is it suit you or not? And what the challenges? Or you just or maybe I can just share with you. Maybe I can ask you a lot of questions after this.
Yes,
Right? So
yeah.
you just share a little bit about yourself and your
Okay.
forex trading experience.
Yeah. So, as already mentioned, I'm from London, and I started trading as actually Yannick bought a course in London from quite a famous stock trader, Darren Winter. And so we went for a 2-day course and actually really enjoyed it. And obviously you get pulled in by the fact that you can make quite a lot of money, not as fast as you initially thought of. And so I really like technical analysis. So I started just by, reading the main books like Jesse Livermore, technical analysis, just books like that. Then I obviously you need mentors to teach you on how strategy, discipline, things like that. But at the start, I focused 100% basically on strategy, thinking that's my main thing. And so I had a few mentors from like Singapore, America, but only recently in the last year that I realized it's basically discipline. And one of the main thing is once you have a trading plan, you stick to it. If you don't stick to your trading plan, you can't measure what is wrong. And so the last 8 months I haven't lost any money, and the last few months I've been a few percentage over, so I'm definitely not there yet, but I haven't been losing any money, and roughly about 50 trades a month. But the major thing is basically discipline and trading psychology, and I'm quite an emotional person. So in the beginning I'd make a trading plan and I would say I'd stick to it, and then when the trade is going up I would exit the trade, and then I'd see it go straight to my target. And I would wonder what happened, and that didn't happen just once. It happened many times. And I just couldn't stop myself with the emotions, the heart is racing, things like that. And so it took me a good several months to figure that out and to work on it. And it's basically me blocking myself and my trading action. So now I'm just in the process of back testing, forward testing, make sure my strategy is on point. Now that I've locked in emotions, discipline, and again, I always do analysis of trades every week, journal my trades. I think that's the major thing. If you want to improve your trading, if you want to just see what's going wrong, see where you can improve, see where if you can move your stop loss up, for example, then that's like the main thing, the journaling, taking pictures of trades, measuring what your emotions were when you were taking the trade, things like that.
All right, that's a briefly sharing session from Sima. Thank you so much. And if you have any questions, just throw out the questions. So we basically a relaxed sessions here. We don't have any tense sessions. So what interesting? Why I do this sharing session? Because Sima is just a new trader. 2 years is considered very new. And Sima take it, not put it in the aggressive way, but put it in the, small steps, right? You know, you're focusing on not to get to gain so much, but focusing more on consistent. That the things I want to share you about. And like Sima said that she, you didn't met any female trader before.
No.
No. That's really important. This also happened in Malaysia as well.
Yeah,
So
I haven't met any. Even on YouTube, I haven't seen any female traders.
all right. So female trader. This is one of the way that I want to convey a message to you that we need more female trader out there. All right, not only only men traders. All right. Where is this? This is in Tenerife. This is Tenerife, Spain. So I just share with. We just bump into each other. Happen to be it's a God will, and then quite interesting topics. And maybe I'm going to ask Jen a few questions. All right. So Jen, you deliberately you share with me before about about how to make decision based on returns. Right? You've been in forex tradings, and you can see that you forecast. You need to scale it, control it by using e-commerce. I think that's an interesting things because we are talking. I'm not merely talking on specific in forex itself. I'm sharing with you the real experience, real guy here. This is a real guy, right? Real guy. Definitely. All right. So what I'm to share with you is the real life situations, how we make decisions, and is no wrong or right there's nothing wrong or right in what you're doing as long as you have self consciousness and awareness, then you can go for it. All right. So Jen, can you tell a little bit about your decisions, how to scale, what's your certainty? Can you share a little bit?
Yeah. So about 2.5 years ago, I was interested in two things. One of them was e-commerce, and the other one was trading. And I happened to decide to start the trading first and put the e-commerce aside because I didn't know the numbers really well back then. So what happened is I've been trading for like almost 2 years, and then I came to the realization my breakthrough in trading was when I really started to look at the numbers at what am I doing when I look at the charts. And I realized that a lot of emotions in trading comes because you have lack of knowledge or lack of experience. If you've been trading one setup for like 1,000 times, you would know exactly what to do, when to get in, when to get out. When the big candles comes up, you know exactly what's going to happen next, right? And if you don't know that, you shouldn't be re-trading. You shouldn't be trading definitely with real money, and that was my breakthrough. And then I went back to trade the chart history and look for the patterns which I know how to trade and really see what the numbers tell me. So really like look at the numbers and how much money am I looking to make in this trade by risking 1% per trade, and what's my win-loss ratio in this setup, and how often can I see this trade happening. And then my goal was slightly different than to just trade. My goal was to become wealthy relatively fast. So when I looked at the percentage of money, even when I do like 10-20% return in trading per month, what is considered quite good, then I wouldn't get wealthy really fast. So I decided to do e-commerce instead and maybe come back to trading later once I have a bigger account to play with, because that's looking at the numbers wise, I couldn't get the outcome which I wanted from trading at this time. Yeah.
Yeah, I can say it is a good point. That some of you need to understand that the whole purpose of trading what you want at the end. So basically, like of course, like Jen said, that he focusing more on return, more on money. It's not obsessed with the forex trading. It's not obsessed. It's more on money, how to get money, how to scale it, how to control it, right? So that's the main key point I want you to take this away, right? So this is the understanding that how you definitely with yourself, you understand what you're doing and have a self-conscious or awareness and know the thing that at the end of the day, what I can get into 3 years, 5 years, and then 10 years. You need to think in the longer runs, all right, in the long terms. All right, so do you have any questions to Sima? Sima is a good example for female trader. Jen is a good example how to choose the different path, but in the end of the day, you get the result what you want. All right, so I saw one of the questions is he asking about the crypto. You just asked me about the crypto, right? So how maybe I can just share about Jen, okay? Jen, what do you feel about the crypto? How you feel? What your in experience? What do you feel about it? What I don't know. Maybe you're looking for is a good thing, bad thing. Just sharing.
Yeah. So looking at the trading wise, like in trading you have always odds. So determining if the crypto is a good investment, well, it depends how much money you've got and how much money you are willing to risk on that. If you would have the chances that the price of like major cryptocurrency, meaning Bitcoin, would go now to in next 10 years to 200,000 or would go down to zero, it's right now roughly at around 10,000, I would assume. So you've got risk reward 1 to 20. How much money can you put in that investment? So if you can put 5% of your own money, that's you need to start with the question, how much can you lose on that trade or investment rather than how much you can gain. You need to know both sides. Traders tend to overlook the side of how much they can lose. They tend to look how much money can I make on that. In my opinion, the cryptocurrencies are really good technology behind it, and there is a lot of chance that it's gonna become good and like mainstream, and then the prices are gonna like really increase. So it would be a good investment, but it's not an investment where you put all of your money and just leave it there, especially when you don't know what you're doing. And that's actually how I started trading. I started to invest in cryptocurrencies, and I overlooked the difference between investing and trading. I wanted to get the cash flow monthly. Right now my business gives me the cash flow every single day, and I have the money to afford my lifestyle, go to Tenerife, to these events. But investing wouldn't give me that, especially at the beginning. You need to wait a little bit longer for the fruits. So you put the money, like you invest like let's say 100,000, right? And you invest for like 5 years. You need to know that you're not gonna touch this money for 5 years. And if you want to get some money like quicker next month, maybe you should put only 5,000 into that long-term investment and get to do something else with this 95,000 what you have left. Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good. I've been preaching to you all about the difference between the investment and the trading. So most of the traders like to, they want to retire early, and then focus on more forex trading to give income. Forex trading, you must to look into different perspective. It's kind of investment to make it a healthy investment. It's not merely on trading unless you know what you're doing or you have expertise on this. All right. So back to Shima. So Shima, just straightforward questions. What's your plans? Why you started forex trading and what's your next plan? That's all.
Why I started trading?
Why you started trading and what's your next plan? What were you looking for in the future? Maybe in forex or maybe whatever you think good for you want to do. All right.
So actually, one of my other passions is international development. So I actually at the moment work in international disability for United Nations, and I really enjoy that. But as you can imagine, it's a lot of traveling, which is really fantastic, but it doesn't really set me up for my life, for the future. It's always going to be running after a paycheck and worrying about how much I can spend or things like that. And so I started forex trading alongside working for and traveling working on disability basically, and I started just learning. And then when I had a few free times or in the evenings, I would put on trades. And now, actually, I really enjoy both of them, actually. But I think at this moment, I'm in my 20s, so I think it's a good time to focus on forex trading and build up my income, so I can actually use this money that I generate for really good things. Right now, I think I'm helping, but in a small way. So with income, and as we need conscientious people with money to spend it wisely. Right. And so forex trading, firstly, I love it. If you don't love forex trading, or if you don't actually enjoy the process of it, then it's going to be very difficult for you to be successful. So if you don't enjoy analyzing the charts or even doing fundamental analysis or whatever your technique is, then you're not gonna give it that all that energy that it does require, especially at the start. It requires a lot of brain power, willpower on a Friday night when the market's closing, and you want to go out and have fun, but actually you sit back and you actually do your analysis of your charts and fill in your journal, and then Sunday nights you do your analysis for the week. It does take a lot of time, especially in the beginning, and obviously with time it becomes quicker, and as you know what you're doing with more experience. So my future goal is to basically be a full-time trader for the first couple of years, know what I'm doing, and then I'll start to branch out, maybe do more long term, so daily and weekly. Right now I do 1 hour and 4 hour charts with a few dailies. So as with the weekly chart, you don't have to look at it all the time, and with more experience. So.
All right. That's good explanation. And basically, Sima just answered one of our friends there asked question, what trading time frame you use. You just asked 1 hour and 4 hours. That's a good.
Yeah, 1 hour, 4
1 hour, 4 hours. All right. I think that's all. Thank you so much. I hope you get a little bit of content or takeaway from these sessions. So maybe I will do it every day. I don't know, with the different people or the I don't know. I don't know. We just play by ears and look what we can share with you. All right. So see you guys. Thank you so much for your time. Bye.